it's been a minute for me. I feel like I finally have opportunity to bring to you My Wives Season 2, Episode 3. My motherfucking review, y'all. Let's get this shit on. So the first scene of Episode 3 of My Wives is, of course, my homegirl, my bitch, my main Mabel Scrabble. I fucks with her all day. We went to high school together. Big Ange. Big Ange and Drita meet to talk about the fight that happened at Renee's party and how, you know, Ramona just did not want to stay out of that situation. And also talking about trying to get Carla and Renee back together because, of course, it may be fucking explosive, but we want them to be back friends because they've had the longest friendship out of all of the girls. So, yes, bitches, please be friends again. So they discuss hooking up a little drink, a little after hours spot to go to in the city. I'm sorry. Big Ash. First off, we are lovey-dovey, and now he called me his homie. Wishy-washy kind of feelings, trying to play with my emotions and mumble the words I love you. Then they said that he was joking, stuck up in the mind. Tough love is what he calls it. I don't read between the lines, so you need to get the talk and spell it out and make it clear. Don't tell me what I want to hear, cause inside I'm going crazy. Renee and Ramona. Ramona apologizes to Renee for fucking up her fucking party with all that ignorant shit, saying that she never intended to fight. You're not gonna put your hands on my family members, you know? If you're gonna try to, you know, you're not gonna do it in front of me. You know what I mean? You're not gonna do it in front of me, not on my watch. Boobs, yes, boobs. You know, she was basically saying the same shit that she's been saying in all the confessionals. It's all Drita's fault. It's all Drita's fault. So the next scene is Carla and Drita meeting. Carla and Drita are meeting up to talk about Renee and Carla making up and about what the whole argument is about in the first fucking place. Like, what the hell are y'all arguing about, bitches? What is the issue? Well, the issue is Renee felt like, bitch, you've been my friend for like fucking ever. So why wouldn't you call me or come see me when you found out I was in the hospital? But Renee was on tape saying to Karen that she didn't even want their skinny asses to know that it happened because they had been telling her ass, just come to the gym, bitch. Just get in the gym, bitch. Just do some push-ups, bitch. Just do some sit-ups, bitch. Just do something. You know, they had been saying this to her, so she basically told Karen and I guess everybody else not to tell them. So when Drita finally found out, she eventually told Carla. By the time she found out, she wasn't even in the hospital, but Carla felt like, why didn't you want me to know? If we supposed to be such good friends, why didn't you want me to know? And Drita is basically like, I'm staying out of this shit. I'm not getting in the middle of you guys. I'm not getting in the middle of that stuff. You know, I want y'all to make up, but I'm not getting in the middle of that. No. Back to Big Ange. Big Ange and her blonde homegirl, who I always miss her name at the beginning of the scene. I always miss her name. But they're meeting and Big Ange is in the kitchen cooking breakfast. And, you know, they're talking about, you know, how they went out the night before and got fucked up. They didn't even remember. They didn't remember how they got home. I love wise guys. I love wise guys because, you know, they pay good. You know, they pay for everything. They're very generous. I like Big Ange. I love her. I think she's hilarious. I have 3 implants. I've had lip injections. I've had liposuction. I've had everything you can possibly have, which is why I look like Dantella Versace. One of my viewers said that to me on one of my other videos, saying that that's what she looked like, Donatella Versace in one of the Muppet characters, one of the fucking Sesame Street characters. And I totally agree. So thanks, Mr. Big Rose 11. Shout out, yes, ha. That was funny as shit. And she sounds like Ernie from the Muppet Babies. Ernie from Sesame Street. I'm not having this shit, Wrinkle. I'm not going through that, no. Next scene, Drita is seeing an appraiser. She's appraising her wedding ring, her engagement ring, and some other jewelry. She's also trying to sell her house because she wants to move the fuck on. Fuck Lee. That's where we at with it right now. Fuck Lee. She's trying to get the ring appraised, and it's like, it's worth like, what, like a couple $100,000? Like, it's a nice rock. Nice rock. Good job though, Lee. It may be fuck you, but good job on that ring, Big Daddy. Karen and Ramona are going out, having a good time. You know, having a big lesbian love fest on one another, so we can know how close they really are and all that bullshit. We move to Drita, and Drita is, you know, asking her daughter about has she talked to her father. She mentions to her daughter that, you know, to tell her father, to tell Lee when she talks to him that mommy wants, you know, is thinking about selling a house. I think she's starting to get the idea, I think her name is Aaliyah, is starting to get the idea that her parents are probably not together anymore. Drita is trying to shield her from that and doesn't want her to hurt, but at the same time, she's not going to deal with Lee cheating on her and then lying about it. On to the Carla and Renee situation. So Big Ange and Carla and Drita and Renee all meet up to have some drinks and talk about this whole little situation that's been going on, right? As soon as they sit down, Renee jumps right into it. And Drita says, holy shit, we just sat down. Carla's like, I'm pissed because you didn't want me to know that you were in the fucking hospital. Like, what kind of shit is that? And Renee wrote a letter because she felt like that would be the best way to express how she felt, but she chose not to read it there. But she just said, you know, she was tired of the bullshit, tired of the arguing, and they decided just to make up, and if they had fun together that night, then they would meet up later and she would give her the letter and they would discuss the situation furthermore. Renee lit her cigarette in Big Ange's boobs. Boop. Then we go to Renee and Junior. They're on a date, and they're talking about his infidelity and how they both fucked up their relationship, but how he took the large part of that. Because I've waited for 20-something years to hear you say that, Junior. To hear just those words. Why she gotta cry every time he tell her something? I'm glad to see that they're back together because it's making her a happier person. She don't want to fight with nobody. She's not about that bullshit this season. So I like Renee, and I just want to say big ups to Renee for doing it big. And you know, you looking good, mama. And y'all sleeping on Renee. When Renee was young, Renee was hot as fuck. Y'all can play with it if y'all want to, but Renee was the shit. And the only reason she probably is not now is because that mob life is hard and probably some cocaine. So then we go to Renee and Carla that are having drinks at Carla's house. How nice and fucking pleasant. So they're sitting down and Renee gives her the letter, and they, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like Carla be being like a little slick ass and shit. Like she don't really give a fuck. Like she probably does, you know, have love for Renee because that is her friend. But I do feel like she's not as genuine as Renee is. And that's just my opinion. I like Carla, but I just don't feel like she's as genuine. But she be fucking doing it. Believe it. Believe it. Hot. Talking when they read her letter, and you know, they go back to when they got into the fight last season about Carla's bum ass boyfriend putting his hands where it didn't fucking belong on Renee's ass. And Carla was like, well, you kind of went really hard on me with that, you know what I mean? And it kind of made it seem like they might have an argument about what she said, but they didn't. Renee was like, I admit that, but I felt like I was coming from a place of loyalty and you wasn't hearing me. So I understand both sides, but they decided to squash that shit, make up, and Renee is like, if we can squash our shit without coming to blows, why can't these other hoes do it? Because these other hoes is the fucking tough guys. That's why. These are the fucking tough guys over here. These are white guys over here, you know what I mean? They want to keep fucking doing this shit. They want to keep fucking fighting, so you know we're going to give them a fucking fight. So, moving on. Then we jump to Karen. Karen is on the phone with Ramona, and Ramona is flipping out. She's on the phone. What's going on? And why are they trying to front like Ramona and Karen are always fucking talking to each other? These hoes just like they knew each other, but they wasn't close like that. They need to stop with that buffoonery and coonery, because y'all, I ain't falling for it. I am not falling for the shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting sidetracked because I feel like they're trying to mind fuck me. Ramona basically tells her that she just got out of jail. She was with her old man and he had a real, scaled out, operation going on to catch this motherfucker. I don't know what he do, but he's definitely in a mob, which makes me be like, what the fuck, Ramona? Because didn't she say that she left her husband because she found out he was in a mob? But you get a boyfriend that's in a mob and look at you getting put in fucking jail like a little hood rat. There's some big blowout between Karen and Carla next episode that I can't wait to see. And Drita said the funniest fucking shit ever. She was like, we're gonna square up, what we're gonna square up? Karen with your fucking alligator arms. Like, what the fuck? That was funny as fuck, y'all. That was absolutely hilarious. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, word and fuck, I love Drita all fucking day. I love her. It's whatever. If I was there, I would have jumped in to fight Drita. I jumped in to fight with them hoes. That pulling hair shit, talking about, I don't break bones. I do something worse. Bitch, you don't do shit. You pull hair. At least Karen trying to throw some slugs in there or something like that. But we know Drita is punching, throwing lefts, throwing rights, throwing uppercuts, all fucking day. I can't wait to see the next episode of Mob Wise. I hope y'all enjoyed my review. I hope y'all come back next time. Thank you for watching. I love you all. I love everybody. Even my haters. Y'all are my motherfucking motivators. But I got something for some of y'all though. I got something for some of y'all. I hope nobody else wants to, come on my page being disrespectful. Because if that's gonna happen, I have to have some situations on YouTube. And I don't want that to happen, y'all. I want this all to be love. Remember, these is jokes, people. These is fucking jokes. I love y'all. Peace.